Bubba Sawyer, Leatherface, also known as the Cannibal. Bubba is part of the cannibalistic family known as the Sawyers, ones that told him the ones outside of his house are a big threat to them, and any threat that trespasses in their territory must be dealt with. He does what he is told, his family loves him, and that's all that matters for the boy behind the leather mask. While other killers do their heinous acts out of desire, satisfy their urges, or even to quiet the voices in their heads, Bubba does it out of fear. Not fear from others, but because he himself was scared. Scared of what the outsiders will do if they found out about his family's craving for human flesh. Scared of what his family will do to him if he fails his duties. Since his grandpa and ma became too old to do the housework, Bubba and his brothers had to take over. Family meant everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them, even killing the trespassers that walked in the house like they owned the place. One by one, he would kill them all and save them from the next family feast at the dining room. However, one managed to get away. Although they chased the woman down, she had help from another outsider who drives a truck. This one ran over his brother like a possum, and out of rage and fury, Bubba leaped at the truck with his chainsaw to get his revenge. However, the driver made him fall aside and turned his own saw against him. As he watched them drive away, all he felt was rage, grief, pain, and even a huge wave of fear. His brother lays dead like roadkill, and since this woman escaped, how long until the other outsiders hear what she witnessed and returns with the police? How long until his family unfortunately gets overrun by these outsiders that will murder the ones he loves? There's no way he could live without them. As the world collapsed around him and the fog swirled and surrounded him, he revved his chainsaw and started swinging it around to fight it off. As it surrounded him, he felt nothing but fear at first, but then he felt something else. Something that felt comforting. Something that reminded him of when he feared disappointing his family that loves him. The entity brought him to a place that looked familiar but unknowable. He knew what he had to do. If the outsiders wanted to take his territory or even hurt his family, they would have to go through him first. Though there will be screams, Leatherface will continue to quiet them, until all he can hear is the howling of his chainsaw. Leatherface dares the outsiders to come. Much like the Hillbilly, most of Leatherface's ability relies on his chainsaw. The difference is that while Hillbilly sprints in one direction with his chainsaw, Leatherface swings his around like a madman. The other difference is that if he hits an obstacle while he does his chainsaw sweep, he goes into tantrum mode, which makes him slash out his chainsaw still and deals damage to whoever gets near him. If they're that stupid, that is. The thing I hate about this is that he slows down during his tantrum, much like the nurse when she uses her blink ability. Not to mention, it becomes annoying to try to use him in maps that are in tight interior spaces. Seeing as your turn rate is slow while using his ability, you would have to get the timing down perfectly. Leatherface's perks allows him to see and aura survivors that are 60 to 40 meters away from the hook you use to hang a survivor on for 5 seconds, cause a survivor to drop their items after getting hit with a basic attack, and having its usage depleted after being on the ground for 150 seconds to 90 seconds. He can also see the aura of dropped items within 32 meters, and cause survivors to be hindered for 3 to 5 seconds after being 6 meters away from a pallet 6 seconds after they pulled it down. Overall, I would put Leatherface on D tier. This honestly sucks for me because I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films, but playing as Leatherface with the ability he has, I think I'm better off using Hillbilly when it comes to chainsaw attacks. At least I can respect him for trying to protect the family he loves.